from Weekend at Tony's. That's the last time we talked when I
Yep.
just dropped that. And yeah, word up. Rapfiend.com. I am Frank Bob Didi, anomaly sworn solemnly high snobby, and the art dealer returns, y'all. This man is carving his name into the side of Buffalo, New York, if you
Yeah.
get what I'm saying. He's in these streets. He's an MC. He's a producer. He teaches AI how to break dance. He's turned down multiple invites to the Met Gala. People, Buffalo's finest, Toneyboi. What up, sir?
Thank you, Frank, for the wonderful intro.
Hey, man, it's deserving. Yeah, I hope you're feeling good, man. What's up? Y'all thawing out up there, or is it still
Yeah,
freezing
it's
balls?
actually warming up. It's actually warming up. You can see through this window, it's a little bit of sunshine peeking through, So we don't get it a lot, but we had a good week so far. Knock on
That's
wood.
what's up. That's what's up. So what happened to the Bills, man? I thought they were supposed to take down the, KC in the AFC.
Man. Next question.
They was listening to too much of that easy listening hip hop, man. That's what it was.
Man, it's got to be that or the chicken wings. So one or the other. I don't know what it is.
So, like I just mentioned in the intro, last time we spoke, you were very coy about your groundbreaking, innovating, cutting edge, avant-garde initiative. You're teaching AI how to break dance, man. Come on. Talk about it.
Yeah, man. I've been working with the bots. Me and Elon got a good business relationship going. Let me stop.
No, but for real, since the last time we spoke, I was able to speak to YNX, and we had a listening party for Dusty Souls. They
Right.
project the Watchers, which was dope, and a couple more people too. And they've just spoke highly of you, and and the things
Word.
that you do for artists in Buffalo. So, straight up and down, hats off to you.
Man, shout out to YNX, Kill Ali. Yeah, those two real solid dudes, man. Like they know anything they hit me up for, I always got a hand for them.
That's what's up. How does it feel in general to get that love from those that you've impacted along the journey, especially from your city?
I mean, it's really dope, but like I still look at it. These are my peers. These are my friends. So like, uh, I guess it's a blessing to have talented friends. You know what I'm saying? Like just to be able to have people around me that understand how we move and what we've done. But I try not to bask in any of the hype or the accolades or whatever. Like most people would tell you, you'll find me in a dive bar chilling by myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trying not to talk about music or whatever. Just I want to talk about basketball and how was your day? You know what I'm saying? I really try to keep it as ground level as possible.
Word, word. You play basketball?
I used to, man. I got bad knees now.
Yeah. I was a catcher, man. I played baseball. I was a catcher for years and years, and I got the knees to prove it.
Oh man.
could
You
bust
did
ten
all that
squats.
squatting.
Yeah, I can still bust it out too.
Word.
It's dope. What position did you play?
I was a two guard in basketball, but my main sport was football.
Ah,
I was a all Western New York strong safety. Played a little quarterback, receiver. I was the slash guy on every team I played for. Like you can throw me at any position.
word, word, word. But now you art dealing.
Yeah,
Okay,
we slinging art.
art dealer. What is art?
What is art? Art is however, to the person, it's gonna be different for everybody. To that person, whatever intrigues them and makes their imagination, expand or go to a different place. Because it's gonna be different for everybody.
Hmm. Okay, nice. I can feel that. So, with that being said, from an art dealer's perspective, what makes a classic album?
Ooh, for me, a classic album, it has to have cohesiveness. That's one. Everything has to sound. I mean, like, it doesn't have to be sonically the same, but it has to sound like it was done to be together. Two, what you're saying is huge. You got to be saying something worthwhile, and then obviously the production got to be on point too. So I mean that comes down to your engineer, your who's making the beats, whatever. Like the whole thing. Whoever has their hands on it has to do their thing.
Okay, agreed. Any more criteria like longevity, replayability?
Oh, definitely has to have replayability. Definitely has, and for me because I'm still. I mean, like I'm in that cusp of young and old cats. It has to be longer than 20 minutes. Like you got to be like at least 45 minutes. Something so like got to be long. So like throw some skits in there and make it flow. Make it flow. That like just I should be able to go from one to let's say 15 and not skip or maybe skip one, and that's a great album.
Hmm. Skippability is always talked about, but I've never heard like the an idea of the length of a classic album, and I totally agree with that. It can't be like some 20 minute project like you said. It's got to be thought out and at least a bit time consuming.
A little bit, right? Like I can tell that you took time to do it, and and like you didn't just hop in the booth and just go say anything. Like you actually put some topics together, and however it goes.
Hmm. Hmm. Agreed. Very, very nice, Toneyboi. Um, Out of your catalog, what would you say is a classic album?
Ooh, I would have to go back to Cool for Thought. Yeah, and that's I did that with Monk like in 2018.
Okay.
And the only reason I say that's a classic is because at that time where I was in that space, I was living in Florida, so I was real influenced by trap music, and everything was getting real upbeat, 120 BPM, trap heavy, and I made it a point to make a hip hop album. Like I really, really, really needed to make that for myself. So I feel like that album kind of started where I am now, and like as far as me just following my passion and my sonic ideas. So I say that's the best one for me. Even though like the two last joints are probably better. Like honest, like if you want to go by quality, but for me, that one because like I sat down, wrote topics, and the songs have flow to them, and everything was like good for me.
Hmm. Hmm. How long should you have to sit with an album before realizing that it's classic? Or are there instant classics? Is I guess what I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean there could be some instant classics. Like I'm a big Schoolboy Q fan, and I feel like was it Crash Talk? I believe the album was, or Crash something. Either that I feel like people slept on that album, and that was one of his best ones.
Yeah,
but I mean, like,
is that the one with John Muir?
John Muir and yeah, that was a great album, man.
Yeah,
and even the visuals for it were crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that one kind of got swept under the rug because I mean that year a lot of other albums came out like mainstream wise, but I still feel like that was one of his best pieces of work.
Tight. I'd kind of say Weekend at Tony's. I kind of give you that as as one of your classic albums. I wouldn't know where to rate it, in the hierarchy of classic albums and what it is.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I'd run that. Of course, the last time you were here on the rap scene, that's what we were talking about. Weekend at Tony's, you had just dropped. I loved it. Of course, since then you've released a project that you teased in the interview, Patience Pays. You had said it was coming earlier than it actually came.
Right.
A great a great driver behind the idea of the whole thing.
Patience Pays, yeah.
Right. Great project, man. And I want to talk about it. But first, describe the process of having and practicing patience.
Oh man, like and through my journey, patience has at first it was something I had to learn. Well, let's start there. Patience was something I had to learn. I was real big on the media satisfaction because I played football and everything worked out the way that it should have for me. So me walking out of football and then walking into another industry, I had to learn to, wait my turn and go be in the rooms and network and really, really build a brand. So, but like patience is It's a beautiful thing. It could be boring, but if you do it the right way, it's well worth it.
Yeah, well said. Um, I've heard you talk about it time and time again, as you know, as I've listened to the album since it dropped. Um, both Patience Pays and Weekend kind of epitomize, easy listening hip hop.
Hmm.
What we were talking about, and they're both that. It really flexes a direction, that you take your career in. Talk about that.
Like shoot, man. I grew up on the east side of Buffalo, North Buffalo. You know, rough areas, but I was always like the dorky kid. I liked skateboarding. I liked, you know what I'm saying? Like I was always willing to try different things. Hung with every kid, white, black, Puerto Rican, Arab, whatever. So, where was I going with this? What was the question again?
Well, I mean, what I was asking is, it feels like you've really taken a direction of patience in your career, and
Okay, yeah.
it did that start with Weekend, or was that something that you were building up to? I know
Well,
he.
Weekend was the one that I can say where I took all of that patience and started to put it into the music. And when I say taking all the patience, that's from sitting in sessions with Conway, traveling with West Side Gun, um, working with Skeets for 3 years on his first projects, getting his brand up and rolling, and just working with a lot of people and learning and being a fly on the wall, listening to different things, and then be able to translate all that into Weekend at Tony's, and then Weekend at Tony's translates into Patience Pays.
Were there any tracks that you feel could have been on Weekend at Tony's, and vice versa? Could you switch any of them around?
Yeah, actually, um, I can't think what song it is. Actually, it's the song on YNX and Gasol. On the beginning of that, I say Patience Pays because that
Hmm.
was supposed to go on that album. But for me at the time, I'm like, this record's so good, I need to put it out right now. So, like I said, like those two kind of they kind of blended in together. Weekend at Tony's, you can kind of call the prelude to Patience Pays, because like I said, a few of those songs, we'll say so songs, a few of those beats were supposed to be for Patience Pays, but I ended up just like knocking them out and hey, let's put them out now and get people ready, anticipating that something else is coming out.
Word up. What else is coming out, man? Come on, talk about it, though.
Well, I don't know if you caught Project 88. I think I sent it to you. I dropped that literally like a week after Patience Pays, and that's with me and my brother Gaines. Um, 8 tracks, real dope. And then I have another project I'm working on right now with Camouflage Monk. That'll be like 7 tracks. Um, some real dope features. I can only confirm one is Brother Tom So's West Side Gun artist. Um, then I got another project with my man Dante up in Toronto. We got an EP that's gonna be Goldie Mac and Pretty Tony. And then I got a compilation with a bunch of artists from Rochester, Buffalo, maybe some Toronto cats. I didn't name that. Oh yeah, I did name that. That one's gonna be called "Leave Your Ego at the Door." Then what else do we got?
What else do we got? Come on.
Yo, man, we working, brother. We
Out
working.
here in these streets making this
We
shit, dude.
working,
This is
man.
what I'm talking about.
Working all the time.
That's what I'm here for.
And,
That's what
and
I
shit,
love.
go on tour next week. Well, not next month with Jay Skis. I'm his tour DJ. So we back on the road with that. So yeah, we keep grinding, man.
That's what's up, man. And don't ever don't ever disrespect me by jumping the gun on my questions and what I'm bringing up. No, I'm joking.
Yeah,
Um, would you mind if we play a little bit of a couple of the records from Patient
yeah,
Page?
yeah. Yeah, please,
Word
please.
up. Let's get it. Let me see. First I got here tuned up is the title track, Patient Page.
Word.
Hold up here. Let me let's get it right.
New age.
Patiently waiting, just holding my place, cause I'm at the door. Ain't making no statements, cause niggas be hating it for the more. This just a taste of my life and my travels. Score, the game is me and more. Patiently waiting, just holding my place, cause I'm at the door. Ain't making no statements, cause niggas be hating it for the more. This just a taste of my life and my travels, even the score. The game is me and more. I swear I love the game. Toxic gas, light skins, and other things. Trust my whole life to bring the same stress my mother bring. Keep it in the family, so I'm calling on my brother's gang. Every time a nigga level up, that's another stain. Said a lot of things and said nothing, like I'm Pootie Tang. I get money, you know I'm trying to stretch it, like my glute sprain. Always kept it 100, niggas looking for who to blame. I score on 4th inches when people just trying to move the chain. What you smoking on? I tell them I'm puffing something strange, but really dark for nothing. These niggas bluffing with the strings. Never been a fiend, so I ain't fucking with what's his name. I'm Wu-Tang. I bring the ruckus and I can bring the pain. Get your binoculars, you pocket watching. I ain't sell a lot of records, but my stock is popping. I just sold a lot of baggies, had my pockets knotted. Let's talk about it, took a mound and made a mountain out it. I ain't really in the vent, I just smoke around it. The Saw told me that I'm winning, we just spoke about it. Made some raps and made a living, what you know about it. Probably won't be at the party cause I know it's crowd. Patiently waiting, just holding my place, cause I'm at the door. Ain't making no statements, cause niggas be hating and for the more. This just a taste of my life and my travels, even the score. The game is me and more.
All right. Tell us about Patience Pays.
Man, I love that song so much. I love that song so much. Like man, like just basically what the hook says, man. This is a taste of my life and my travels, even the score. The game is me and more. And like I said prior, man, I've been in plenty of rooms with some great artists, some been on the road with some really dope people, and just got inspired and wanted to bring back that De La feel, that tribe feel to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because everything underground is real aggressive, and I wanted to bring that light back.
Very nice. Who produced it?
That's my man Age. Me and him went to college together. That was one of my homies. He actually kept me in school. I was ready to quit a couple times. He's the one that's like, nah, bro, we gonna do this.
Word up. At Full Sail.
Full Sail, yeah, that's my dog.
Word up. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Patience Pays. Next up, we Struggle Packs.
Oh, that's also produced by him, and this is a great story. So I'll tell it after.
Okay, word up. Here we go.
Back outside, nigga. Art dealer. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you know about them struggle packs? Yeah. Believe that. Hey yo, you wasn't there when we couldn't afford a beer. 4 packs of PBR, to me this shit is weird. Where's the other 2? Run up in the cooler, bring them here, this blunt's combustible. Been building up my tolerance for years, The tales of Cimarron, 436 with slim pics and chicks to get it on. After the first month, most of the niggas gone. Had struggle pack parties and lit us for 'em. Patience pays, the fans getting mad that I ain't get it to 'em. I took a leap of faith and channeled all my dreams. I don't travel city to city alone, cause that's my thing. You might catch me checking your section of zone, puffing some green, pumping Jill Scott. Think about what song that I'ma sing. Keep my Jordan 1s clean and my fade on point. So crack a brewski when you play this joint. Uncle Tony in the house like Romy Ron was. Most these niggas ain't got it, but Uncle Tone does. This is all of your dope, these bars are known drugs. The realest ones be asking, nigga, what's the hold up? They see me cooking in the kitchen, I don't show much. I had to learn how to make bread out of these cold cuts. On the 90s, still spinning Dilla donuts. If they ain't got the dough, I go nuts. If they approach us, like most books they taught us in school, I know they lying. You can't get access to the room, dog, if you ain't buying. What's the science?
You can't get access to the room if you ain't buying.
What's the science? Man. Like I said, that one's special to me because, so a struggle pack, when I was at Full Sail, like up here in New York, I don't know how it is in LA, we got 6 packs of beer, 6, 12s, 18s, 24s. So me and my homie, my boy Ace, the guy that produced it, there was a gas station by my house and they would only have 4 packs of PBRs. So we started calling them struggle packs. So like if you hear me saying the first, like go back in the cooler, bring where's the other 2, bring them here. Like I'm like, yo, like where's the 4 pack? Where's the 6 pack? So that's what a struggle pack is. A 4 pack of beer.
Yeah, I'm familiar. Yes. But what I'm not really, or what I don't remember, is what goes on at struggle pack parties, man. I don't know how many I've been to, but
man,
you know,
anything can happen at a struggle
time. Like, yeah, just some of the craziest times in my life, yo.
You get you a little bit of Easy Jesus, little E and J,
but no, I remember all the wild shit happening that I was definitely involved with. Man, I need to get back out here in the streets.
Nah, man, the streets is for these kids now, man. I'm retired.
Oh, shit.
Like I said, I pop out where nobody can see me.
Yeah, shout out tight ass beat. Shout out to my man. What was it? You called him Age? Age. Word up. Shout out Age. Love it. Next, I'm gonna just go ahead and my favorite, I think, my favorite record on the joint. Or, you know, it's kind of tough to say now that I'm thinking about it, because I'm not even gonna play like let's play Buffer Time.
Oh, okay, word. That's crazy. Now, Buffer Time is one that I didn't think people would like. But
really?
Like, I put that on there just because of the message, like what was said at the end of the song.
Well, tell me more. That's why didn't you think people would like it?
I don't know. It was originally that record was supposed to go on a project with me and Dante, and he had put down his verse. He didn't like it, so told me to send it back to him. He's going to redo it, and I go up to Toronto. We listen to it, and then like he just looks at me and say, "Bro, like this is all you. Like I can't match that verse."
Wow.
So I'm like okay. So literally that day, I forgot what I was watching. I found that clip. And I threw the clip on the end, and I'm like, "Song's over." It was literally that simple. It was like, okay, word, like this is pretty powerful, and like that's more so of a song that just has a stronger message than the sonics of it, you know.
Am I correct? Is it Patrick Bet Davis talking?
Yep.
Okay. Word up. Let's play it right now.
Maybe you're working for a boss of yours and he tells you if you do X, Y, Z, you hit these numbers, you're going to get a promotion. You hit all those numbers. When it comes time for a promotion, he gives a promotion to Johnny, not to you. You're discouraged. Maybe it's you got great ideas, but no one's listening to you. Maybe you're sitting there saying, man, I've been financially in the same exact situation for 2-3 years. What the hell do I need to do? It's discouraging, right? I will tell you from personal experience, the most discouraging times were when you're putting effort and you're not seeing progress or results. This can psychologically mess with you to not believe that enough effort is going to produce progress. And for the rest of your life, you're just going to be like, well, even if I give my best, nothing's going to happen.
Hey, yo. Chilling on the 6th floor. I got that feeling from the ceiling I might miss yours. I get tired of hearing niggas saying we piss poor. Mommy had a job, daddy had a job. I put that work in for myself, so I ain't gotta ride big Dutchies for nights that I ain't have to cry. The realest nigga, you ain't got it, I'ma hold you down. Corona style, pour some Jameson and roll in town. The culture's past is only seen on the vulture's ass. Niggas can't even be sly, suffering succotash. Name known as nothing ass. For your looking ass, you probably feeling shook and past. Now you looking mad. Ain't no buffer time, I'm ready to rumble. But I know that time is money, so I'm heavily humble. Off the muscle, I don't made a hero, Mary Jane the muscle. Raise the tax bracket just to do some things I'm not accustomed to. The fact that I'm relaxed, I mean I'm comfortable.
In order to see any glimpses of change, it takes about 21 days, right? The second one is 90 days. Anything that I did to my business, a new idea I implemented, I said, here's what we're going to start doing every week on such and such day. I'm like, okay, first week, no results. Second week, no results. Third week, no results. Fourth week, no results. Fifth week, a little bit of results. Sixth week, a little bit of results. Seventh week, a little bit of results. It's not really working. Let me drop it. 90 days. That's only 7 weeks. 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 10, 11, 12. 13th week, bam! Oh, this works. I'm glad I stuck with it for 90 days. So far we have what? 21 days, 90 days, then it's 12 months, then it's 36 months, then it's 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Here's how you got to look at it. So again, 21, 90, 12 months, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. The bigger the change you want to make, the longer it takes.
Patience pays.
Biggest change you want to make, the longer it takes.
Man, that joint hit so hard. I was like, man.
Yeah, it does. And that quote definitely, sums up the project.
Mm-hmm.
At least what you're trying to say,
right,
through the project. And it doesn't always mean years.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't always mean decades or 10 umpteenth projects. It could be days.
Yeah.
It could be weeks or months, just depending on, the bigger the change it is for the individual, the longer it may take to actually get it right.
Right.
And a lot of people think like they've made that change and like, oh, go live their best life like that. And then, fall back and regress, relapse, should I say,
right,
into, what they thought they had exercised patience on. I love the project, dude. I'm
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Like sometimes I feel like people need to be more mentally patient than actually physically patient,
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they jumped the gun too much. Just like, oh, I'm here, but like, why ain't it happening? Like, man, still slow your roll. You know what I mean? Know where you at. Read the room.
Right.
People don't do that too. So,
and it was mentioned like how many times it might take,
right?
And and just I think that speaks to what is it? Opportunity plus preparation equals success.
Mm-hmm.
Like the opportunity is not always there for whatever you're doing to catapult you to the next level,
right?
And so if you know what it is, why not keep building at it? Why not keep doing it? At least in my opinion, why not keep doing it and getting better at what it is? So when the opportunity is there and the time is right, whatever you're doing makes it happen for you.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up and down, man. It's funny. Were you able to hear Dante's verse? Did he kick anything to
it? Yeah. So like, there's a version of that with a whole hook and his verse and everything, and he was just not in love with it. So, but the cool part is that from that we formed the project that we ended up doing. So, like, it definitely pivoted everything that we were doing, because what we were just making music at first, had no real direction. Just going up there kicking it, and then we turned it into a pimp mixtape, or old 70s pimp film.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be real fun.
It sounds fun. And of course you got him on the final track on Patience Pays.
Yeah, and actually he made that beat too.
Oh, word up, tight. Yeah, man. Thanks for breaking those down. Honestly, there was one more that I wanted to play. There was actually two more that I wanted to play. That was one of them. 3 things with Dante.
Mm-hmm.
But I also wanted to play your rendition of God Lives Through.
Word.
From the wonderful guys in the state
It's crazy. Like, I feel like that one, that was probably my least favorite on that project, and it's only because I made the beat.
Really?
I'm real critical about my beats. I feel like I could have did a little bit more to that or something. And it's only because like I'm doing a flip. So I still hear God Lives Through the original, even though I did whatever else to it. But it's like, oh, I could have did something different.
Well, you need to. It's got to be familiar if you're actually, paying homage and you putting that on Front Street like that.
Right.
It's got to sound like it a bit.
Right. And the main reason I did it,
I think the other way is worse. You can't make it sound too much. Like, right. I mean, you can't use the exact same thing, but you have to, you got to
stay within the ballpark. Yeah.
And honestly, I'm not really mad at using the exact same thing. If you would have went on there and used that exact Q-Tip, it had to be just Q-Tip and Ali.
I believe so. Yeah.
That track. It could have been more. Shout out to whoever did. But if you would have just jumped on that and just switched the lyrics all the way around, I wouldn't be mad at that at all, honestly. Word. And as long as you were kicking it and you had bars and everything about what Toneyboi does was present, clear and present, and if it fit into the theme of the project, I'd probably like it just as much as I like it.
Word.
But yeah, talk more about why and what's up.
So, before I made that record, I had went to Cleveland to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and last year Tribe got put in. So I'm actually looking here at my Midnight Marauders vinyl that I bought at the Hall of Fame. But yeah, that really inspired me. Like I said, grew up on Tribe and Daylight and all that. So that was just my way to, pay homage, big up the homies. Hopefully they hear it and maybe they call me, but I doubt it. But
Man, I have a first edition of Midnight Marauders. My brother tagged all over the cover, all over the front and back. It has so many. All my vinyl has, I don't know how many skips, man. Honestly, and that's because I'm a real wolf. I plays. They're not just collective items. I've been playing them for years and years and years, and I'm gonna keep on playing them.
No, do that, please.
Skips are, yeah.
I'm like that with sneakers. I've been collecting sneakers for years, but I wear them all. Like I'm not about to have dead stockings. Like no, I wear all my sneakers.
You got to, I mean, why you even buy them? It's not like you got 10 feet. So just having more than a few pairs of shoes, I used to be the same way, man. I kind of chilled out.
Yeah, I definitely chilled out.
Straight up and down, man. I love it. I want to play it, but we can't give them too much. They're gonna have to go.
Yeah, they had to go check it out.
Right. Dope, dude. Honestly, I love the theme. Hats off to you. Shout out to the project.
Thank you, brother.
The last time you broke it down to me, you didn't say too much about it, but you let me know it was coming, and it just feels spot on with the delivery, straight up and down. Man. And you know me. Let's play a game.
Let's play a game.
Things that drunk Uncle Tony has patience for.
Ooh.
Okay. Here we go. I got it. A traffic jam. How much patience? Give me 1 to 5. 5 being the least patient you need to get, and then let me back that up. 5, you have the most patience. Number 1, you have 0.
I'm not like a 3. I don't mind driving, so I'll sit in the car and play some music, turn the speakers up.
Kind of the same way. Word. A rapper sending over his verse late.
Oh man, that's like 1. That might be a 0.
0 patience for you late barsmiths. An artist arriving late to a show.
-5.
Time is money and waste is spent. Yeah. The Buffalo Bills.
I mean, 5 times 5. I got patience for years. Those my boys. I don't care what nobody says.
I hear you.
Let me represent real quick while I got it.
Hey,
Bills.
They got one of the current dopest logos, I'd say.
It's tough, and we got the best quarterback in the league.
Hey, I don't know too much about football to even speak on that. But
That's
shout
all
out
you
to the
need to
Buffalo
know.
Bills quarterback, man, whatever his name is.
Josh Allen.
Okay. I've heard that name. Yeah. See, I know a little bit. So come on.
Yeah. He's one of those guys.
Family drama.
See, that's kind of like on both sides. I guess it would depend on which family member.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
I guess I'll be kind of middle with that, like a 3.
All right.
More patience with like maybe my mother and elders in my family than younger people.
Yeah, I totally understand. Okay, non-familial children.
Non-familiar children, like, so just other kids.
Other people's kids.
Man, that's hit or miss because some kids are demons. Some kids are saints. I used to be a camp counselor, so like I definitely, oh man, that was tough. I was like 21. I guess that'd kind of be 2 because you gotta be stern with children. You gotta it's still a teaching moment, so you gotta be able to tell them right from wrong. So your patience can't be too open with kids.
Man, you sound like the worst camp counselor.
I was.
I'm at camp. I'm trying to canoodle with old girl behind the barracks or what at the lodge or something.
I wouldn't go mess with you on that. But like, shoot, I'll be the one to tell you, like, hey, if I saw you, that means somebody else saw you. Like, I'm the one trying to put you on game.
Thanks, drunk Uncle Tony.
Right? That was me. I ain't gonna go stick. I'm gonna tell you about yourself.
People talking on the phone while talking to you.
Oh man, that's like a 1. Yeah,
agreed. Like, yo, man, I get it. Like, if you on the phone, but at least differentiate between conversations.
Right, or just call them back or call me back, or like I can come back, whatever.
Something. People who litter bugs.
Oh man, I'm a fake litter bug sometimes. Guilty sometimes. I mean, do roaches count?
I don't think they do. They're totally biodegradable or something.
Okay,
right?
So yeah. So I mean, if they're just roaches, that's not really litter, right?
Oh no. People invading your personal space.
0. No patience for that. I'm a fake loner. Like I like being by myself a lot, and just minding my own business. And when I want to go hang with people, I go do that. But other than that, like I'd rather be, like I said, in some dive bar, talking to a random person that has no clue what I do for a living at all.
Yeah. Dope. Thanks, man. Okay, last but not least, 1 to 5, what things Toneyboi, drunk Uncle Tony, has patience for. Success as an artist. And of course, that's not to mean that you are not successful in your own right.
There's always room for elevation. But I think like for me, I would have to like call it a 5 because I mean shit, I'm 35 years old and I'm just now really getting really active, like working with a lot of the major labels, going on the road and getting features, doing that and the third. So that took me, I've been rapping since I was 15. That's 20 years. So, and I haven't complained. I found out, like, I think what a lot of people don't do is find out how to work within their fields without getting the main goal. So like I said, I learned how to DJ, I learned how to make beats, all of that in all those 20 years to be able to work in this field. So you got to be able to pivot.
That's dope, man.
Still go for the goal.
And I'm on the same page of the same novel with you, man. Although my main goal was to be happy doing what I'm doing, honestly. because it's never. Every time I sit down with an artist, I think of. We were just talking about Tribe. I was able to interview the late great Fife Dog.
Oh,
back in the day, you know. So one of my top 5, I was able to actually interview. You know, was in close proximity of another one of my top 5s. Could have interviewed him if I wanted to, but just was trying to be too cool, or I don't know what. But yeah, man, and shout out to those like me who never really saw the end goal as the peak of you know what's going on. I've never wanted to be some academics as long as I wanted to be in media. I've never wanted to be some, you know, especially not academics, but I mean have his, you know, space in the game, should I say.
And there's a lot of sanity in not being up, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm learning too. It's like I might want to stick around here than to try to keep playing with the big dogs and have a little bit of peace of mind.
And that comes from experience in like, you know, getting close to, you know, the upper echelon of things, and also being there and seeing how those people who are in that top tier have to operate, and you know what goes on in their kind of sometimes warped ass ways of thinking. Straight up and down, man. And yeah, I agree. I Frank 5D would have a 5 on, you know, success, because we've been taught recently for a while that it's a marathon. You know, it's not a sprint, and if it is, you're just gonna be tired, or if that's how you're treating it. Thank you for playing things Drunk Uncle Tony has patience for, or should have been does not. You ended that off in, you know, talking about that last 5 that you gave of going on the road, and you mentioned it. How does it feel? You excited to get out with Jay?
Oh man, yeah, man. Me and Ski's been, man, how long have I been rapping with Skis? I think I started rapping Skis like 2010. We did our first. I'm on his first album. He's on a few of my projects back in the day, but these like that piff joints. You can't even find these joints anymore.
Wow.
But it was just kind of meant to be. Like I was doing my thing, moving around. Skis, like we always had mutual respect. So it seemed like every other DJ in the town either didn't want to do it or had other obligations. So I was only on like, hey, I wrote his both hands. Hey, what's up, bro? Let's get out of here. So tight. In some cases, like I know a lot of the people that were going on the road with too, so it just made sense.
Dope. It seems like a perfect pairing because your boy's dope. You're dope. You know.
Yeah, and he's on Pace's page too. So
that's what's up, man. I'm excited for you, man. Really.
Oh, thank you, Frank.
You present yourself all the time as a walking affirmation that focus and patience and imagination get you closer to your aspirations. You know, straight up.
You got bars, Frank. You need to go. You talked about it.
That was Black Thought.
That was a bar.
That was Black Thought. That was our man Tariq Trotter, the alien himself.
Okay. Shout out to Tariq. But I thought when you slipped that out so smooth, I thought
that. You know, he's my favorite MC of all time.
Oh yeah, he's definitely top 5 for me too.
I study his artistry and just his business acumen too. He's my dude. But yeah, man, I'm excited for you. What cities are y'all hitting?
We have Philadelphia, Houston, Atlanta, Detroit. I'm missing one. I can't remember the other one.
Man, yeah, shout out to all those cities, but they sound brutal. Y'all better keep it safe.
Oh man, you already know. We didn't book a show in LA. We had a show booked out there, but somebody told us that we were in the wrong territory. And I don't know the name of the venue to tell you where it was, but just to avoid any type of whatever, because like we're from New York, we don't even know. We don't want to come out there with the wrong shirt color and be in the wrong area and have some weird stuff happen.
I can tell you more than a few places not to play in LA. Yeah.
Word. Yeah, somebody gave us a heads up on where we were about to play. Like, yeah, just don't even do it.
Dope, man. Honestly. And yeah, shout out to Jay. Shout out to everybody. Yo, I get a feeling for your features, honestly. just like I was just talking about with Jay, it always seems like a dope ass pairing of you and it. I don't know if it's mutual, but you always display a level of matching the vibe of whoever you are paired up with. The superhero team up, should we say? Like one can't
Usually
overshadow the other.
when I try to think of a feature, man, like it's really like that's where I use my Full Sail like knowledge, like hearing sonics and what voices will go good with this, and then also thinking about like what I can do with it. So I might do a song, sit on it for like a few weeks before I send it to somebody, and to go through a process of playing it for different people. Who do you think should be on this? Who do you hear on this? Or there might be sometimes I hear a beat and I might send it to the artist first. I did that for the Mickey Diamond joint. I got the beat. I said, "Oh, wait, Mickey would go crazy on this." Sent it to him. He sent it back, and then I matched his vibe. So it's just really like, however, the beat speaks to me. If the beat got to speak to me a certain way, it'll tell me who exactly supposed to be on there every time.
Does an artist ever speak to you first?
Yeah, just like
not actually asking you, Tony, let's collab, but that you hear and you like, yo, I want to collab with him or her, and I even think that this beat would be dope for us. Or does it ever work that way?
Well, YNX would be one of those artists where like I heard him, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta work with this dude.
You know what? I'm not sure if I said the same thing last time we talked. You guys have a level of cool about you that is again, yeah, that is
that's my dude, yeah.
Most definitely. Honestly.
Straight up that dude works like, man, I think I sent him that song. I think he sent me that verse in 24 hours.
Huh.
Like he's a machine.
Tight. He explained to me that like he likes to put something down and then sit on it. I think you kind of said the same thing too, like and then come back to it. Yes, honestly, yeah, I definitely see that. That's what's up.
Yeah, because it's like revealing a painting. You know what I'm saying? Like you go sketch on it, lay down the outlines, whatever, just so you can see it visually. But like it's not done. But like as long as like you can see the vision, then you go back. I might lay some Mad Libs. I might re-record the verse, like give the verse a little more energy or something like that. Like just giving yourself your own constructive criticism and being able to realize where something might need something or might not.
I love it, man. I love hearing about the creative process. That's what I be talking about, man. That's honestly, that's what I be here for a lot in a lot of these conversations that I have with esteemed artists like yourself. Would you ever collab with me?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll spit for you right now.
Go ahead,
okay.
Spit.
Here we go. I said, MC 5D, people call me Milk. When I'm busting up a party, I feel no guilt. Tony's cutting up for the suckers that's down with me. I'm gonna bust, that's how I feel. To get down, you must appeal to the two. I'm rated R, I'm gifted, and I'm going far down the road to the bank. While I'm here, I'd like to thank Mom and Dad. They knew the time. Tony's cut and D is rhyming. What's up? Come on. What we got?
Jay is chilling. Tone is chilling. What more can I say?
Okay. Just send me the beat and we on. What I'm talking about, Toneyboi. I told you I was ready to get back on the mic. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Nado. Tony, we've been on for a minute. Let's wrap up. Thank you again for jumping back on, man. We definitely appreciate being able to tap back in with you.
No, man. Thanks for doubling back on me.
We want to support all the great things that you are doing out here in these hip hop streets, yo. For real. Much love. Is drop the socials on them.
On X and IG, it's I am Toneyboi, TONEYBOI. I don't think I can add anybody else on Facebook. I'm kind of maxed out there, but those are main two, X and IG.
Boy, it's maxed out on Facebook. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't either until recently.
Man, that's come with all the changes. Like you maxed out. You can't.
It's odd that that's my most followed social media, and I really don't post a lot of music on there, at all. But I'm a comedian on Facebook though.
That's how you know people are tapped in with the real Toneyboi. It ain't just about the material. It's about the personality. It's about the person. That's what's up. I am Toneyboi. Is there anything else you want to say to the people?
Man, just be on the lookout for some new music. The next one I'm dropping, I don't have a title to, but it will be out very soon. Possibly this month if I get a verse. My patience is 0 on that, but I'm being patient.
Stall them out.
But yeah, I got some new music coming this summer. It's gonna be a busy summer. And yeah, man, I'll be talking to you again, Frank, this summer. I already know we're gonna keep cooking.
That's what I'm talking about. There we have it, y'all. Everybody follow I am Toneyboi, or we gonna pay your barber to jack your shit up. No.
Oh man, I need a barber right now too.
You see, man, I might need one myself. I don't
even want to show you what's under this.
Follow me, Frank 5D, on any app you can tap. Stay tuned for more content coming soon. Positive energy activates constant elevation.